Dog who chose loyalty over fear. In October 2017, Northern California was engulfed in one of the most destructive wildfires in its history, the Tubbs Fire. Entire neighborhoods were reduced to ash, families fled with only moments to spare, and the landscape was transformed into a charred wasteland. Amid this devastation, a story emerged that captured the world's imagination: the tale of Odin, a Great Pyrenees who chose loyalty over fear. When the fire approached the Hendel family's property, they faced an impossible choice. Flames raced toward their barn, smoke thickened the air, and evacuation orders demanded immediate departure. In the chaos, their beloved dog Odin refused to leave. Odin was not just a pet, he was a guardian of the family's herd of goats. Despite desperate pleas, Odin stood his ground, unwilling to abandon the animals entrusted to his care. With heavy hearts, the family drove away, believing they might never see him again. Days later, when the family returned, the sight that greeted them was both heartbreaking and miraculous. The barn was gone, reduced to rubble. The land was scorched, blackened by fire. Yet there, standing proudly amid the ashes, was Odin. His fur was singed, his whiskers burnt, but his spirit was unbroken. Even more astonishing, every single goat had survived under his watch. Not one was lost. As if that weren't remarkable enough, several wild deer had gathered near him, drawn perhaps by his presence, sensing his protection. Odin had not only saved his herd but had extended his guardianship to creatures of the wild. Odin's courage became a symbol of unwavering loyalty and instinct. His story spread quickly across the globe, resonating with people who saw in him the embodiment of devotion. In a time when fear drove humans to flee, Odin chose to stay. He reminded the world that love does not always take the form of words or comfort. Sometimes it stands alone against the fire, silent but resolute. The Great Pyrenees breed is known for its protective nature. Historically, these dogs were bred to guard livestock in the rugged Pyrenees mountains between France and Spain. Their instincts are deeply ingrained: to defend, to endure, and to remain steadfast in the face of danger. Odin's actions were a living testament to this heritage. Yet what made his story extraordinary was not just instinct, but the depth of his loyalty. He could have fled, as many animals did, but he chose to remain with those who depended on him. For the Hendel family, Odin's survival was more than a relief, it was a revelation. They had feared the worst, imagining the fire consuming him along with the barn. To find him alive, surrounded by goats and deer, was to witness a miracle. Odin's bravery gave them hope in the midst of loss, a reminder that resilience can emerge even from tragedy. The broader community embraced Odin as a hero. News outlets shared his story, social media celebrated his courage, and people across the world found inspiration in his loyalty. In a disaster defined by destruction, Odin became a beacon of light. He showed that even in the darkest times, acts of devotion can shine brightly, reminding us of the bonds that connect all living beings. Odin's tale also invites reflection on the nature of courage. Courage is not the absence of fear but the decision to act despite it. Odin surely felt the heat of the flames, the roar of the fire, the instinct to flee. Yet he chose to stay. His courage was not dramatic or loud. It was quiet, steadfast, and rooted in love. In that choice, he demonstrated a truth that resonates deeply: bravery often lies in protecting others, even at great personal risk. The image of Odin standing amid the ashes, goats clustered around him, deer nearby, is one that lingers in the imagination. It is a portrait of loyalty that transcends species, a reminder that guardianship is not limited to humans. Animals, too, embody devotion, and their actions can teach us profound lessons about responsibility and love. Ultimately, Odin's story is about more than survival. It is about the power of loyalty, the strength of instinct, and the beauty of courage. It is about a dog who chose to protect rather than flee, who stood firm when all else fell, and who reminded the world that love can endure even in the face of fire. His singed fur and burnt whiskers tell of the danger he faced, but his unshaken spirit tells of the victory he achieved. In the aftermath of the Tubbs fire, amid loss and rebuilding, Odin's legacy endures. He is remembered not just as a dog, but as a symbol of devotion that knows no bounds. His story continues to inspire, reminding us that sometimes the greatest acts of love are not spoken, but lived standing guard, holding fast, and choosing loyalty over fear.